in the game. Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
The punter and kickoff man, Sam Martin, to get us started. And we are underway from Ford Field. Oh, a good-looking return setup here. There he goes, right side. He will score. Touchdown, Lions. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with, and they say challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Now a hit and a loose football. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And leading them out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Alabama.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
That's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Ready? Cowboy 80. Ready?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on first and second down. And then on third down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
On the return, Johnson. 55-yard punt, 11 on the return. And the Lions will take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback standing at 6'2" from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And Jimmy Garoppolo has shown that he can be a Super Bowl quarterback, but his biggest problem, his ability to stay healthy and remain on the field. When able, he's a capable quarterback prone to winning games both in the regular and postseason.
Let's go. Ninth. Ready?
This is Eric Dickerson, the 4-time rushing champ. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Brandon, you know how we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan? That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball, and in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
Set. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Ready? Bronco 80. Set go.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Right back to Davis. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing.
Patrick Ricard, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Check.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll come up now, 3rd and 9.
Here we go. Shot. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
Let's go. 60 Eagles. Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Down. Ready. Hot.
Back to Dickerson here on 2nd down. Now inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit! Eric Dickerson, 57 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So 20-0 now pending the extra point, and this place is jumping.
Yeah, you can feel it, can't you? You can also see it. You're seeing people in the stands now excited, happy, high-fiving each other, and expecting this score to continue to mount.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Check up.
Now Blunt. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. He'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Johnson on the return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that. Consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense. Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Set up. 70 Timberwolf. Ready.
Off the draw, it's Dickerson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 74 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Here's Garoppolo to throw. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock.
Let's find out what happens in the second half.
Quarter.
Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
DeMarcus Ware in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Ready?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Ready? Cougar night, go!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. And a big hit there. That was a man coming with bad intentions, and it's going to bring up fourth down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Let's go now. Viking 18. Hup.
Dickerson trying the right side. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 86 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Got it. Ready? Ready? Cowboy 80. Ready?
Garoppolo. Short throw, that's caught by Davis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Ready? 70 Timberwolf. Check go.
Going to give it up the middle. Here's Dickerson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Eric Dickerson with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, Whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it. Pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Elliott on for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. 5 plays there on that drive, and was polished off by the touchdown run from the 16-yard line. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Set. Check, go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the great one, Darrelle Revis. And the Lions are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Set. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Set up.
Inside give to Dickerson. That's some strong running. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
70 Lion. Ready.
They'll go right back to the ground with Dickerson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. 128 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. 2nd down and 3.
Let's go. Hot, hot.
Now Garoppolo. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davis. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Ready.
Dickerson on the handoff. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive there of just 4 plays and a 9-yard run on the end of it. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that zero on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Balled at the 26, 2nd and 7. They'll run it here with Blunt. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll run. This is George Holani. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Johnson to return it. So a change of possession here on the punt. And Detroit getting set to go now. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. Garoppolo looking to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Here we go. Here we go. 70 Lion. Ready?
Right back to him on 1st down. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.
Call it Motown, call it the Motor City. To Lions fans, this is home. Ford Field in downtown Detroit. So good to be with you. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here. Greg, as we look at this matchup, I'm looking around and hearing this crowd. They're so fired up for this one. What's it like when you come on the road and you've got a hostile environment you need to take care of?
You know, I always liked it. I always thought it added to the element of bringing some energy and bringing some juice, especially in pregame. But once that ball's kicked off, you want to settle this crowd down as fast as you can, especially on offense. Take them out of it. Get them back on their chairs, sitting on their hands. The more energy you give them, the more noise, it does make it a little less efficient to operate, especially on offense. So come out fast, come out furious, and see if you can take this crowd out right from the jump.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Escaping to his left. Oh, right at the outset, he lost the football.
Here we go.
But I think the Dolphins are going to be able to hold on. And indeed, they will keep possession.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it.
Oh, right at the outset, he lost the football. And the Lions have come up with the football.
And that's just got to be a really deflating way to start this game, Mike. I mean, you work on this opening script all week long with the expectation that you're going to start fast, and then you come out early, careless with the ball. They knock it loose and create the early takeaway.
So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. They're led by their quarterback, originally drafted back in 2014, Jimmy Garoppolo.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Lions first down.
Let's go now. 60 Eagle. Hut, hut.
To throw is Garoppolo. Short one there to his tight end, Fant. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal, try to finish off this drive with a touchdown. They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete. They'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal.
Set. Viking 18. Go. Crash.
They'll try to run this one in. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
I like the first down call, Mike. You're trying to take advantage of a defense that might be selling out, expecting run, but to no avail. Then you change it up and go on the ground for nothing. Brings up 3rd down. This is a tricky situation for any play caller.
Set go.
They'll let the fullback try to push the pile. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down.
That one didn't have a chance, Mike. They do a great job of getting penetration, clogged up the run lanes, and now this offense has a decision to make here on 4th down.
Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one off on time. Dan Campbell will opt to bring out the field goal unit. This about as short as you can get. Elliott's kick is good, and the Lions will take a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
On the return, it's Keaton Mitchell. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They fumbled it away on that opening possession. Fortunate, it only led to a field goal, so they're in a 3-0 hole as they start this drive. 1st and 10. Now first carry here for Keaton Mitchell. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
Okay, ready?
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 6.
Set. Ready? 19, Tiger. Ready.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. The Dolphins in possession of the football. We begin the second quarter as they come up now on 3rd and 7. Throwing is Willis. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
He has to do a better job identifying where the pressure is coming from, Mike, before the ball is snapped. He's got to get this ball out of his hand to his outlet, to his hot receiver. But then once he senses the pressure, he kind of panics, and it's an easy sack, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Baringer to punt, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. To return is Johnson. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The Lions offense ready for their second possession. They had the field goal on the opening drive, took the early lead. See if they can improve on that here. 3-0 our score as we begin 1st and 10.
Set up. Set up.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
You know, I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
60 Bison.
They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Ready. Bronco 80.
Following the penalty, they'll run it. And he'll get this down to the 40. That's a nice run, and it's also 1st down.
Let's Let's go. 70 Timber. Ready?
They'll stay on the ground. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Catch made, right side. It's Johnson. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. From the 1 yard line, first down and goal.
Set. Ready?
Here's a run. Good blocking, and he's in. Eric Dickerson. Touchdown, Detroit.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Jake Elliott now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Lions are out to a 10-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, it's Mitchell. And he'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with first and 10.
Let's go now. Check out.
The drive will begin with a run by Mitchell.
Now.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
Ready.
To throw, here's Willis. And this ball incomplete on third down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Lions offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early, and they'll see if they can add to it beginning on this drive. First and 10. This drive will start on the ground. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Dolphins.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay, so this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble.
Ready, set. Let's go now. Go.
On the toss, they'll run. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. A gain there of 24 yards. First down, Detroit.
Set, go.
Now a toss play, running left. Finding room to the 20. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. Here's a toss as they look to run. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Eric Dickerson. Touchdown, Detroit. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle four, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Seven seconds, all that remains, till halftime. And the kick is away. On the return, it's Mitchell. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
Down. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Huh.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Lions offense and their running back set to go once more. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is first and 10.
Ready? Hut.
Garoppolo now. Open man is Davis. Into space. Inside the 10. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 73 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Lions are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, it's Mitchell. Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Lions. And he'll take it back for the touchdown. What a tremendous mistake there. You want to secure the ball and give it to your offense, not give it up to the other team for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I think this is the fine line that all kick returners face, Mike. I think they all want to be impact players. When they get the ball in their hands, they think every play can be 6. But sometimes you got to know when it's over. You got to make sure at the end of this play, my offense is able to take the field and maintain possession. In this case, not only do you turn it over, you give them a quick touchdown on the other side.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Lions move out even further ahead. It is now 31-0. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, it's Mitchell. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Dolphins offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10.
Smash, smash!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Ready? Liking 18! Ready?
Willis now to throw. They'll try to set up the screen to Mitchell. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get their man, and it's no gain.
Ready?
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Forced to his right. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
This one, returnable. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The Lions offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10.
Set! Set, go!
Give them 14 on that play. One play, one 1st down.
Hey, baby, let's go!
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
Here we go! Panther 60, Panther 60! Go!
And a missed tackle there. He pushes forward, and we'll give him 4 yards.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness,
Here we go.
it's just going to be hard to beat.
Hut, hut.
He'll try to power ahead with Ricard. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. The veteran Kyle Van Noy in on the tackle.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and
Come on.
they bring him down for a short gain.
60. To that.
On third down, they'll try and run it with a draw play. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough, and they convert on third down. So we are through 3. This is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Ready.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Let's go. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Fourth quarter begins on the ground. Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 5.
Ready. Viking 18. Ready.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Lions first down.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Ready. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready.
They'll stick with him again. And he's got another one. Eric Dickerson. Touchdown, Detroit. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. Greg in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Elliott on now for the PAT. His kick is good, and the Lions keep rolling right along. 38-0. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, it's Mitchell. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. The Dolphins offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They trail here late, hoping to put something, anything on the board before they get out of here. Going to start this drive, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. Oh, a loose football. But I think the Dolphins are going to be able to hold on. And indeed, they will keep possession. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. On the ground, this is Justice Hill. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
He's got his man. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again. And so much for a nice gain through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fumbling the football, and the offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike, give credit to the defender here for not quitting on this play. They just give up a chunk play in the passing game. He stays after it, and instead of just making a simple tackle, he attacks the ball, knocks it loose, and creates a big takeaway for this defense.
Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is... and 13.
Cowboy 80. Set go.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down.
Cowboy 80. Watch it. Cougar 19. Hut, hut.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done. So it's a win here for the Lions. And this was as good as it gets, all 3 phases of the game, in perfect harmony as they post the lopsided shutout victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from downtown Detroit.